In this video, I am interviewing a local commercial fisherman out of San Pedro, and he's going to be teaching us all about the biology of our local rock crabs and how it is related to our class.
We call these receivers.
A receiver?
This is a receiver.
Okay.
It could be up to, I've been doing this since 1973, so this could be one of my original receivers.
Oh,
They
okay.
last that long.
That's
because
crazy.
they're plastic.
And then they have all these things growing on them.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about that? What are those?
That's all Mother Nature. We got anemones. We have
What is that?
sea anemones.
Okay.
We have mussels. That's a mussel. You
Okay.
get those in a restaurant. These are the black mussels.
Uh-huh.
They also have green ones from New Zealand, but like I say, those are New Zealand. They don't grow here.
Okay.
Okay. The big draw on these crabs for people to buy them are the claws.
The claws. Okay.
The claws are what's very tasty, and you get a large section of meat right away. Back in here, there is a lot of cavities of meat.
Okay.
You just take your time and you eat it. This is not a fast lunch.
No, it's not.
No, or dinner.
The first question I wanted to ask him is, what is the difference between male and female rock crabs?
This is a male rock crab, and they get a little bigger than this.
How can you tell it's a male?
It's got this small area right here.
Okay.
Now this is a female California rock crab, and you can tell by this flap here, which is a lot larger.
Different.
This is where the eggs accumulate underneath there, and they're protected.
Okay. And the eggs can stay for up to a year
Yes,
before they hatch.
yes. So that's the difference between a male and female. And the males are usually are always larger,
Uh-huh.
and the females are a little more round. You can tell from the top when you've been doing it a long time. The male up here is more oblong, and this is a little more rounded.
More circular, huh?
It
Yeah.
takes a fine eye
Fine
to be able
eye.
to see that, and years of experience.
I don't think your eye is too fine,
But when they pinch,
Uh-huh.
they pinch hard.
Have you ever been pinched before?
I pinch. That's why I wear these.
Okay, those protect you?
I get pinched now. When I first started, maybe once a week. After 10 years, it was once a month.
Okay.
Then it was once every 6 months. But now, doing this since 1973, it's maybe once a year.
Wow.
If I'm not paying attention.
Okay. And right here, as you can see, this is the crab claw right here, the rock crab's claw. This is what it's going to use to fend off predators like me, and also to catch its prey. Defends itself. It can actually scurry sideways like this, and then the claws will come out and attack whatever is attacking it. Another thing about these big claws that they're useful for is these actually, the males, this is a male, it protects the females while they molt, while they change their shell right here. It's going to protect them using the big claws. It just puts the claws around them while they molt, and it's gonna hug them like this. And this is how it protects it.
How do you catch the crabs?
This is a typical rock crab trap in California. They're baited with a mackerel that goes in a jar. It's attached to the bottom here. The crabs will crawl all over this trap, and they'll come into here to get and eat. So they'll go in there, and they can't get out unless they're small. If they're small, we have to, by law, have 2 rings, 4 1/4 inches, so that they can get out. And if you don't put that ring in there, the trap is loaded with small illegal crabs. The Fish and Game would tell us. So that does work. We don't see small crabs.
Is this fishing sustainable, or is it harming our environment?
It's very sustainable because there's not a lot of us that do it. We have to measure each crab. Here's my measure. That goes across the back, and I check this up here on my gauge to make sure it's always correct, and I do get checked by the Fish and Game wardens. So that gives the crabs, unless they're a legal size, time to live, time to
Repopulate, yeah.
So that's it. It doesn't harm the environment. because we're just taking a certain species. Any fish we catch in here has to be released immediately. Any lobsters has to be released immediately.